I said nothing wrong, okay?
Sounds like somebody in court. The court will now reconvene with the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Emma didn't come back. Thank God.
Is she in danger?
Allow me to call the next witness to the stand.
He's mine!
The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime.
Good.
Oh my God, he's drinking.
On the stand.
Witness, please state your name and occupation.
No worry, it's eggnog.
Stop drinking.
It's eggnog.
Oh my God.
Oh my
Me,
God.
partner? Well, oh my, I'm just a man, same as you, wander around the trail of civilization.
Occasionally helping the elderly cross intersections when needed. Yes, we get it.
Oh, I know, you're a patrolman. Good. As for my name, if you listen hard enough, you could hear the howling wind calling it out.
To be exact, it's Jake Marshall. Your Honor.
Howling wind. I've never heard Edgeworth describe it that way.
Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime took place. Is this correct?
According to the papers, partner. What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sand. No paper can sum it up.
Now we were.
The audacity of this man.
He said, I'm done. Maybe it's best we get on with the quick list. He's already annoyed. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime in plain old English. No. My job was to keep a wary eye on the Bone Orchard. They said it was supposed to be They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Besides, the room protected 2 security systems anyway. If I remember right, I was a street-side saloon at the time you went to the bar.
You were drinking?
I know.
On the job?
I would never. I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time to hit the trail. I drink.
You had so many bottles of alcohol in that office, you're telling me you were out?
Yeah, they were empty.
My God.
Well, I can't say I particularly care for your attitude. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Wait a minute. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean the security camera and the ID card reader. I reckon even a cowpoke like you know by now. I'm from Texas. Yeah, but, well, what about the fingerprint-activated locks on the evidence locker? Fingerprint-activated locks? What the fuck is that? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful.
He's not that good with machines or with following orders.
Then why does he still have a job?
Because I can drink. And my dad is the chief of police. Chief of chiefs. Everyone's got their weakness. Mine's liquor on the job. I don't think Mr. Prosecutor.
Is the chief everybody's dad?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're all a family.
No.
Okay, Mr. Wright. He's all yours. Jesus Christ. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? I just made sure nothing moved in the security camera monitor. That room, so still. Every time dies in there, I was just a caretaker who interred the recordings. You interred them? Videos nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. Oh boy.
If nothing unusual is recorded, tapes are to be erased every 6 hours.
Each time I'd erase the tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. This guy's a flair for the dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. Except for that one time. They said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard a word I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. I'm afraid I don't understand. No, Desperado, I know let's... What? This guy's language fucks me up. No, Desperado, I know let's rules get in this way. No, Desperados, I know join the police force.
I was gonna say, I think maybe you're in the wrong industry, my guy.
So, Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime, it was just between you and me. I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. There was a rubber glove stuck in the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner, I can't say I do. I haven't been in the crypt in weeks. How's this guy been avoiding being fired? Besides the room protected by 2 security systems. You used to be a detective, so you used the evidence room in the past, correct? Of course. Back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprint locking mechanism? Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. I couldn't even tell you how a bike works. That's quite incredible. The sensor on the lock.
The sensor on.
What? That's not me. Where am I?
Excuse you. The sensors on the locker handles cannot be seen. It's well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence.
So did they think it just magically opens for them?
Yeah.
What do you mean?
This is my locker and my locker only. This is my
They don't
gun and my
tell
gun.
Don't tell them. They don't.
This is my
This
right.
police
Oh my
office.
God.
This police office.
Why
is
does
the
this
worst.
keep doing that? At any rate, it doesn't seem that it's relevant to the crime. Can you tell me what you were doing when the crime took place? Drinking. What were you doing in a place like that? I was eating skinny. Not even Angel Steak lunches can beat that parlor's Von Gogh sepia pasta. Do you mean to tell us you abandoned your police duty to eat some noodles? It was lunchtime. Not all desperados eat tacos, partner.
Stop.
No.
I hate this man.
No.
That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. That is strange. This is
It
usually
didn't.
where Edgeworth says, "Did you not want to raise this year?" I'm just an innocent traveling man. Roman. Out of ammo. Out of ammo, Officer Marshall? That's right, partner. Or, as you call it, evidence. If you plan to pin me to this crime, you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. My steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that.
Stop.
Sorry, Danny. This is you.
No.
This is you, Danny.
No.
Because he said not everybody eats tacos. And Danny is a taco.
Whoa! You're
Yeah.
right. But I'm going to clip that out of context.
Yeah. Thought about it as I said it, and I was like, oh no. Little icons on right now.
Danny is a taco. In case any of you are wondering, Mads did a racism. And apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I'd better up the ante. Up the ante.
Oh, should we show him his fingerprints? Or no, that's
no,
our...
I think that's the trump card.
Yeah.
What else do we have?
The files. That's new.
Files for Joe Doc killing. Incident number SL-9. Closed. Perpetrator Joe Dark. Criminal serial murder. Sentence. Death. Victims.
Eee.
Edward Jones. Edith Kirby. Jeb Bates. Neil Marshall. Rachel Moth. Jason Knight.
Marshall, a sibling.
Head prosecutor Miles Edwards. Witness Lana Sky. Emma Sky. Executive investigators Damon Gant and Lana Sky. Lana Sky. Head investigator Bruce Goodman. Investigator Jake Marshall. Angel Star. Jones Kirby
we still don't know anything about it.
But he's involved in
Oh,
it.
that was the wrong button. What do you think about this? Overworld. Ah, my HP gain.
No.
That's okay. Hold on. I need. I don't.
Also, he said that he erased that tape.
Well, he said he wasn't there the time when the thing happened.
No, I mean like earlier. How the hell did
He lied.
the chief get that tape if he said he erased it?
I can't believe people are lying on the stand.
That's all they do in this game.
Your Honor, that statement contradicts this evidence. Huh? It does? I don't see anything contradictory. Huh? 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 Ow! What do we do? What do we do? What do we do? What do we do?
So you
Mhm.
press him on every statement, and then you present the SL9 incident files. To the statement, I can't just forget the SL9. What? Did you press him on everything?
Yeah.
Oh. We didn't do the bone orchard.
Oh.
One more? Oh.
Yeah, he went to go eat spaghetti. He doesn't understand machines. He
Okay,
just
we
relayed
do bring up
facts.
his fingerprints.
Yeah.
Oh.
It brings up that he
when
doesn't
it's-
go in there.
When he says that he was at the saloon, present his fingerprints. Because we do have proof that he was in the fucking room.
Boom. Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called in to testify like this? Wah, wah, wah. After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet, you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner. Orange juice. Don't worry, it's spaghetti sauce. It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene, or to be exact, a handprint. Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crib. I pay my respects. That is, make my rounds about once a month. It's only natural my fingerprints will be in there. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Blood. Witness? What is the meaning of this? Your bloodstained fingerprints were on the crime scene? The blood was wiped away, however. The luminol test clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall, it seems to me there ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. I'm actually a girl.
I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall?
It's that time. Da-doo.
About the blood-stained fingerprints? I got confused because it
It
moved to him.
Very well, you may begin your testimony about your fingerprints found at the scene of the crime. I cut myself shaving. I grow hair every 5 minutes. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in the evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place at the blood-stained handprints. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprint was by chance. The bloodstain and the fingerprints are completely unrelated. Take off your gloves.
Oh my god! Oh my fucking god! He used to have a locker because he used to be a detective, and the locker that had his bloody handprint on it had a piece of white cloth hanging out of it. What if he fucking stuffed the coat, the bloody coat inside of it, and that's what that is? That was his old locker.
Or
Oh my
didn't you
God, it
know
could
the
be.
murderer was wearing gloves? You're wearing gloves.
How do you know that?
I know things.
How do you know that?
I know things. See, I had nothing to do with it. Not me, one with it. The witness explanation appears valid. Although
No, it
there's room
doesn't.
for doubt. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. Just like a
This isn't just life, this is court.
The defense may now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something. I can feel it in my bones. Now's my chance to prove it. Wah, wah, wah. Like I said, it's only natural for my fingerprints to be in the evidence room. I need to impress him on that. Hold on. Do you not clean the evidence room in the slightest? That's because you, how did you put it, pay your respects once a month? Yeah, that's right. That and one more thing. I jork it.
No.
Don't worry.
Ooh.
Did you see the camera angles? I could just walk with it and no one will see me. That locker happened to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. I said what I meant. That's the locker I used when I was detective. The locker I still use.
Mr. Wright.
All that's in there now is a heap of broken dreams. Except for...
You said your locker had all kinds of evidence, my guy.
That was years ago.
No,
Yeah, he also just said he's still using it.
That's true. I broke in.
Mm.
I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently his fingerprints data was never removed from that locker's programming. Must have been using the fingerprint lock all this time without ever knowing it. Marshall fingerprint.
There's no way he didn't know.
I'm pretty sure he fucking knew.
Yeah.
One of them just happened to be at the same place with the bloodstained handprint. So then, what about the bloody handprint? One mine, no mystery. Please explain. My locker's covered with my fingerprints. I just so happened the murderer touched the locker where my fingerprints was by chance. The chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue just the opposite. The chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. You wanna know why? Blood stain and the fingerprints are completely unrelated. Unrelated? Unrelated. They're as different as night and day. Kind of like cereal and cereal. Mm-hmm. One got to do with the breakfast while the other is a type of murder. Depending on what movie you're in. If it's Sausage Party, same thing. He's right. Although seemingly alike, they're totally different. I don't see what holonyms have to do with it. Oh my god! What did Spencer...
Read his nonsense.
What did Spencer say on Smosh? I'm a homophobe. I be scared of words that sound the same. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves?
How do you know that?
How do you know that? Wrote this
Oh,
game?
did I write this game? Yeah.
I may be a loner, but I still do my job. I keep up on the reports. I know how to read.
There was a bloodstain at the scene thought to be left by the murderer.
An Edgeworth told me. That's right. That's right. That's right. It was found in Detective Gumshoe's locker. Oh, was it?
However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint.
That's true.
Because I bet you that's while he was still wearing gloves, and then when he went to his locker and took off all his stuff, he took off the gloves and got blood on himself.
Oh, yeah. I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer wearing gloves happened to place their hand on top of Officer Marshall's fingerprints. That's the only logical conclusion.
No, it's not.
Are you starting to get the picture, partner? The
Oh,
picture?
don't try to be scary.
The seal of blood in the desert is just food for the buzzards. Oh, what? There's only one reality, and that's this here Vigitape. The security tape.
Another one?
So long as my... Hold on. I want to watch...
I think that's the same one.
Okay.
As long as my
Okay,
trail is
but-
in there, we can't say otherwise. Hold on. I need to see something. No! Give me back my reversal! Hold on. Everyone look left. Look to the left. There's nothing there.
There isn't. Also, why would his locker be the only one that they cleaned up from the blood? Because the blood on Gumshoes was still there. Why would they have cleaned it off?
There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
It has to be him because his thing's not open already, which means he's the only one who could open it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and there's nothing sticking out of it.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, and it's still close. Yeah, he had to. It has to be him.
Because I bet you
think
whenever
you're right.
the tape goes off, he hasn't left the room yet. He's just out of sight of the camera.
Right, and look at that fucking knife. It's the same one.
It's his same fucking knife that he's shaving with.
Constantly. Oh my god. I can't stand this guy. Yeah.
Finally, have like a legitimate liar in this game. Yep.
And
And
it's
there he
there. Ah. Got him.
See, Mads doesn't know shit about basic stuff, but they can guess a plot point from a mile away. If it's right there, they're like, "What's going on?"
The curse of overthinking.
Yeah, I try my best.
So long as my
Man,
trail isn't in there,
you are
can't
on
say
it.
otherwise. Now, this is getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where you're going with this cross-examination. Yes, sir, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Mr. Marshall. Too bad I want to be in that video, right, partner?
Who that it fucking is?
What do you mean by that?
Wow.
What do you mean by that? You want to time into this crime, isn't that right, partner?
Because you did it.
If so, the video is the only direct evidence you have. But the video is next to useless if it's full of blind spots. Blind spots? What's that mean? Places you can't see?
Oh, please.
The camera panning back and forth, the floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. And this guy's hella dumb, but he understands two things. Keycard, camera.
Mm-mm.
They could leave the room without being caught on tape.
He could also be lying about being bad with technology.
Nah, unlikely.
Mm-hmm. We don't have time for your speculations, Mr. Wright.
Yes, that's my job.
No, we
Well, Mr. Wright, if you can show us evidence in the video that indicates Officer Marshall was present, please do so. Yes.
We know it.
Very well. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall.
But carefully, Mr. Wright, or you might wind up being the one making the mistake.
Are you gonna kiss me or not?
If you would call me back, I would.
We're busy! You didn't call me. I'm the girl in this relationship.
So?
It's
What does that mean?
It's 2001.
And?
Yes.
Feminism is not a thing yet. And now then, let's have another look at the video. Show us the incriminating evidence.
Fast forward so
Yeah.
much.
Yeah. The music.
Yeah. It's like, what a soundtrack to watch a crime happen to.
I know.
Bow! Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, so are our tempers.
No.
Somebody take away his knife.
No.
Could you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? Very well. You can clearly be seen in the video. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in the video. Okay, I was gonna say, no way you started from the beginning. That locker with the white cloth Their locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was a witness, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. This is the worst function they put in the game.
Mm.
Yeah,
I'm
that they
really
like rewind.
excited.
Like you could just fast forward or rewind. Where are we watching in real time?
Ooh, the white cloth is gone. Ooh, what's the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What more? You opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Order, order, order. Hold your horses. Sorry, partner, but you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open? That doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. Well, okay. The murderer needed to hide something, so we opened the locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault that happened, choose mine. I bet all of us have automatically forgotten the many times we've talked about the lockers.
Oh,
Oh, thank God. Why is everyone staring at me like I'm a wanted man? I'm in the void? This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah, I call your bluff. You say I open that locker and I'll prove it. Only the time detective. A fingerprint sensor? We talked about this earlier today. The locker can only be opened by the detectives they belong to. Whoa, what kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gummy did mention something about this. Well, in any case, the locks aren't that obvious. Yeah, even some people in the force who don't even know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? Oh, hold on, I got some jerky.
Where'd you get that?
I couldn't even chew it. No! Fuck you! Ah! Ah! Ah!
okay.
Order. Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Right out of whiskey. Ole! Ole! Please answer the question!
What? Where did that come from?
What is
Tone
he
and
now, a
words.
bullfighter? Ole! That's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure the rest out from here. We can? I would look at these floor plans. There is no place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Why do I keep going back to this voice for Phoenix Wright? There's no place to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekin didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's the case, if that's so, then where was the witness?
Seems Mr. Wright has an answer.
Yeah, shut up, Judge. That's right. The only possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. Don't make me come up with it. Where was Officer Marshall at the time of the crime?
V for victim.
Is that me?
What?
Yeah, cause in the original thing, Meeks is considered the killer, and the other body was considered the victim,
You're right.
and if we didn't see yeah, it's V.
Okay.
Smack. Officer Marshall was standing right here. There, but that's where the victim, Detective Goodman, was. That's crazy. It's like we're trying to say that he was pretending. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in the video is Officer Marshall. It was you dressed up like Detective Goodman.
It's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene,
No, he didn't.
even though he
No.
kept saying he didn't see his face. Once he saw the man's face, he'd know for sure.
He didn't see the face.
May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman? He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. When I entered the evidence room, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes, and how did Detective Goodman respond? He suddenly pulled a knife on me. Oh, who else has a knife, I wonder? Something about the officer's story puzzled me. If the man who had his ID card, why did he just show it? Yes, that would have needed an evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture is on the ID card. Oh, I get it. But just in case you tell me. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say for this, Officer Marshall? You got quite an imagination, partner. We got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. Can we send an officer to go open his locker?
Please.
Take his thumb. You're gonna have to do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence. I know hard when I see it. I dressed up as I can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. I can't say I care for your beard, but you don't see me complain.
Leave his beard
Before.
alone. It's lovely.
Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proven beyond a shadow of doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. And I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems like you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. This can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do? Edgeworth, help me!
It looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed.
Oh.
Pass on to you what someone told me when I was just starting out.
You mean karma?
Fun card. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics.
The basics. I just start throwing hands. For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Always
Object
talk
to
to
everything.
ghosts.
Phoenix, try thinking outside of the box.
But Mia, I could be in the box.
Well, that's not working for you, is it?
Well, no, you died! I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. I should kiss him. Make him fall in love. And then make him confess. But rather, I should look for evidence that came about because he was in disguise.
Why do you think this locker was opened in the first place?
What do you mean?
There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yet he did, despite the chance it might be discovered later, as it has been.
Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense's argument, Officer Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. And after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. Maybe if we just take his thumb.
The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that he opened it in order to put the cloth inside.
So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps.
The bloody coat.
Perhaps the video is the key to answer in the question. I don't have any evidence, so this video is my only shot. Very well, let's take another look at the security. I was joking about watching it 5 times. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker and pulled away the white cloth. Please show us why the witness was... Because he was covered in blood, so he couldn't go around walking in a police precinct.
his disguise was ruined.
Beacon's got his blood all over him.
There.
For some reason, you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman and enter the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. Yeah? However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked. And the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat? You couldn't just walk out like that, so you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner.
He's in quotes now.
Because he doesn't mean that he's your partner anymore.
Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. About what? 2 years ago, if you were only half as persistent then as you are today, we all wouldn't have to be here now would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did, all of it. Alright. It seems the time has come. He gets sniped by the chief of police. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him. I planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meek as I knocked him out after pulling out a knife. And managed to escape. I knew which areas couldn't be caught on the camera. That wasn't a murder in the evidence room at 515. I lied. So you assaulted a cop. So the supposed victim was really you. But
Cop on cop crime. But there's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be?
The broken jar? Oh, okay, it really was just Officer Meekins.
Officer Meekins managed to cut his own hand. My guess is he's the donor.
They didn't check?
Way too much blood for such a small donation.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, that too.
Marshall, you and your girlfriend are meant for each other.
Truly.
When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? The SL9
Yes.
incident.
2 years have passed since the case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day.
Not if I have anything to do with it. The incident's not over. I'm hard. But what did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When a case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time. No matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says there, partner. The case is mine. But Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it? Because
his brother was killed.
his family died. That day was my last chance. That's why I cut myself. Sure, take his knife. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? If I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal, I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere.
So you did it to fool a security camera.
And a detective's ID card. So I stole that morning on the incident. So that really was why Goodman started filling out that lost item report. Poor guy. He's just like, I lost my card, I got murdered, bad day. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's office parking lot. What? The ID card I found was left there by Officer Marshall.
Oh, because he went to go. He was the investigator or the person that was. What do they call it? Like walling off the crime scene.
I think
I don't know.
I think it legit just is crime scene investigator.
Yeah.
But
So he went To close off the crime scene and then dropped it on the floor.
Shit.
Huh.
Yeah, he planted evidence.
Can't believe he was like, hey, you might need this.
You managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight.
What do you mean, partner?
I mean, the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open that locker yourself.
But he could because a rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Marshall.
But why? But when was that? Why was he there?
It wasn't the same day. Unless
No,
he was using
couldn't have been.
unless he was using a guest pass.
77, 77, 77, 77?
Maybe.
That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. He's a scrappy boy. You pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off? Let's just say I was a little surprised. I only planned on being in the evidence room for more than 5 minutes. I didn't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Meekins certainly is a 1 in a million type of person. What do you mean? Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID.
To think a little more about his raise this year.
Why are you in control of it?
Because he's in control of the world.
Because I'm the prosecutor.
Yeah, I have a lot on my plate. One of those plates is police raises. Where did Edgewood get so much influence? Good thing we're asking the questions. Anyway, he threw himself at me and I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry, it had to turn out that way, with me knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? I don't know what to say.
Oh.
You knocked Officer Meekin out and take his knife!
Gonna say anything? Are we not gonna say anything about his knife?
Oh, you mean this one?
Oh.
So you did your research beforehand. Those who go to the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference though. The security tapes is erased every 6 hours. If all had gone as planned, no footage would have been left.
However, you bloodied your coat in your struggle with Officer Meekin.
If someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it in there. What was Officer Meekins doing during that time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So what you're saying is that day, there was no murder. But the blood found in the scene certainly indicates a crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me, and I'm not dead yet, partner.
But what if Goodman was killed before that?
So you stole the evidence from the locker?
Actually, no, I didn't.
Why not?
When I opened the locker, the evidence was already gone.
Yes, baby! Goodman was in there earlier. You want to bet it was with Star?
What? Mr. Edgeworth, where is the evidence?
Still missing, Your Honor.
So you know? You knew? Contradictory. Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? One thing only. Are you from Texas?
No. No, he's not.
Fire away, Potter. It's a free country. Just remember, I'm also free to decide whether or not to answer. No?
No,
You're
that's
on the
not-
stand. That's not how it works.
Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring a police officer, this is no small offense.
Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. I can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary.
You're so money-based. Not that salary cuts are ever a valid
I was
solution.
gonna say.
I think we should cut their salary. He stabbed Officer Meekins. Like I said,
You're
He
fine.
should be fired.
that sounds like a salary cut to me.
I mean, I guess technically.
Man, let's get together.
Sorry, my bad.
This isn't your case. This one is mine. And I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. Can we not? But that case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason that the evidence was stored in the evidence room.
Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure is he deserved his sentence.
I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murders, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out, but there's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out.
What do you mean?
Why
You
is
have
he
to
so
know
concerned?
something.
Why is he so concerned with that incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think his real reason is. I know his real reason. We all know his real reason. I have a feeling we'd wind up here sooner or later. Everyone involved here is related in some way in that case. Better take another look at the files.
We must present. Yes, yes.
Objection! Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. Cactus juice. I have the SL9 incident file right here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. Twice. You? Some weirdo. In a list of murder victims, Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man?
Neil Marshall.
Edgeworth, how do you not know?
I know. Oh my
It's been
god.
years. Only thing I remember is being in an elevator.
Suffocating.
Suffocating.
Because you can do that in an elevator.
Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago. I recognize that person. He received that same lousy prosecutor award you got. What? A prosecutor? Must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award.
Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did.
And he got killed during it?
That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands. But what's his relation to you?
I fucking wonder.
He took out his
Not
hat.
the, not another cowboy.
He was my brother. He was investigating the murder of Damon Gant. Oh, murders with Damon Gant. My boy!
Murdered all.
I was supposed to be like, what?
Then Deputy Chief of Police. He wasn't top dog yet. The group of detectives I was part of work with under them. Oh my god, it's the secret man at the bottom left. We talked about him.
Oh.
We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Oh.
Oh.
Joe Dark. That dude's alive. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. Oh my god, he's Jackson Elias!
Ah.
He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case was finally closed. At least according to the public records. What you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beat him in a fight. No.
And that's it.
Never.
That's your reason for your insane actions.
Yeah.
No one's better than
my big
90%.
brother could never lose a fight with a guy with a gun and a knife and a badge. There's more to my brother's death than what the records say. Whoopah! Hat on! No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened at the police department on the day of the crime.
That was the last day of the SL9 case. That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with its resolution, offers the marshal plan to steal the evidence.
Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. But why does any of this matter? Can Lana be held not guilty now? Officer Beacons confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled.
Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day.
Not at that time.
Could you imagine if this was what it was like to be a lawyer?
Oh god, it would suck.
Yeah.
I'd be at so many court cases. I volunteer to be a peer.
Things that happen by chance never cease to amaze.
It's not by chance.
At exactly the same time as the murder at the prosecutor's office. This fake murder was going on at the police department.
Chance? It's gotta be more than just that. I don't even know a guy named Chance.
Yeah.
Smosh. So if one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the prosecutor parking lot was the real one. Duh.
Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye.
No, you guys are ignoring things.
But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial.
Which is why we examine the incident at the police department today.
But you're ignoring the pool of blood.
There's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder at the police department.
It seems to me this boy's got the draw on you, Potter. Shut up, Marshall. You're going to jail.
All of the mysteries at the police department have been resolved. No doubt about it.
No, they haven't. They're still missing
really
evidence. There's still the pool of blood.
There's still the broken vase.
Yeah.
Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye. And the testimony of one Miss Angel Starr is completely incontestable. That's
in what world?
Not true. That's not true. If you have a response, make it a single word or less.
Objection. Phoenix.
I rest my case. There's also still the fucking screwdriver.
Yeah.
That Edward gave us. What is up with that?
Threw us off our trail. It seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt.
Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time. Disproving the alleged murder at the police department. The void.
Motherfucker. Where am I? There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera's tapes really was a fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. But for why?
It doesn't.
Now then, this time for the verdict has arrived. The court finds the defendant. Hold it. Who are we talking about? What's up, girl?
Me.
Oh?
Did you just shove Marshall out of the way?
Yeah.
Get the
You're
fuck
on
off the stand!
Wait.
I wish I could have seen that, actually.
True.
That must have looked really funny.
Went for the knees.
Emma.
The defense has an objection. A scientific objection.
And the judge is just like...
The best objection.
The judge is just like, Phoenix, stop bringing children into my court.
No, we're correct. Right?
What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright, are you the school's guardian? Your Honor, in a sense.
Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking is for a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edgeworth, please.
No.
I don't want to leave any loose ends.
a softie.
Want a minute? I'll give you 3.
What a softie. What you mean by that, Edgeworth?
Well, you are the head of my fan club. It's the least I could do.
That's true.
Had faith in you the whole time.
When Edgeworth says he'll give you 1, he'll give you 3.
No. I was kind of in shock. I mean, finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings.
Now that you mentioned it, the names of both Sky Sisters were in that file.
But that's when I figured it out. I mean, what Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprint had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint.
You mean the traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker?
No fingerprint was found on it, right?
No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'd be sure to find a clue.
You went all the way there, and the cops just let it
Yeah.
happen?
That's why I
Or
ran.
She does have
They-
the card.
I have the guest card.
Oh.
So I ran over there and looked at it again.
Did you find something?
No. Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all.
Is that all?
Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student.
Oh, God. And I'm just an attorney.
But Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If we can't find something wrong with them... Please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you.
You're right. I am a professional! Me? Oh, boy! Time's up! Now then, Mr. Wright, with regards to the incident of the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain?
Yes.
Here's the defense is troubled by the other blood mark.
Yeah, anybody would be. You should be.
Looking at the floor plans, a handprint was discovered around here.
And the blue badger was in front of it.
Is there a problem with this?
Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use.
I've always said that!
But still... If you can't find anything wrong with that blood mark, Lana will be...
Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. If ever need concentrate, it's now. I need some concrete.
We need concrete.
What could be wrong with the handprint of Detective Gumshoe's locker? Could there be something I'm missing?
Yes.
Obviously. No problem. This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction.
The only thing that seems clear is you're grasping, Mr. Wright.
At you. You've been
We'll talk about that
pretty-
later.
I'll see you at home. You've been staring pretty intently at those floor pans.
Firmly grasp it.
Tell me. Firmly grasp it. Tell
Sorry.
me, is there a problem? Yes, this is strange. Take a look at this floor plan. Something's missing.
Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there?
Correct. Yeah, something that, when drawn, will completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Let us pray the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Farewell, Mr. Wright. With all this evidence here,
When have we ever?
I never once. There's got to be something I can use. Question is, which item can prove something is missing on the floor plans?
The dancing thing.
The little blue badger.
The dancing guy.
What?
Oh, he's back. Did he push him off? You're just fighting to get him.
What about that piece of
Understand?
plywood? The blue badger mascot of the police force? Defender of truth, guardian of proof.
Explain yourself, Mr. Wright.
Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The blue badger is not here. So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well, what? That's right. So long as the blue badger's dancing here, it'd be impossible to place a handprint at this spot on the locker. Why are you freaked out? What?
He knows something. Well, no, he made it one.
So that means, just exactly what does that mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces are undeniably found in the locker. Don't look at me. I just work here.
Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically.
Emma, that's your job.
When did you get here?
On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the blue badger to the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker.
So that means the blood mark was left there before the blue badger was brought in.
Exactly.
So how did Meekins not see it?
Because he's an idiot.
Oh,
Just
yeah.
one thing. Well, just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my courtroom.
Judge, it's science.
It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor, but it's the only possible explanation. On February 21st in the police department evidence room, blood was spilled not once but twice.
But how?
One time was captured on this tape taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand, from which a trivial amount of blood fell. Problem is the other time.
That's why there's so much blood on the ground.
That's probably where Bruce Goodman was killed, because there was so little blood in the car where we found his body.
Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on the tape. It had to have been. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim.
Kind of remind me of Elijah from Children of the Corn.
I have not seen them.
Who I think is also Mr. Sparks. I have him expelled. He took my dream journal. Shark Boy and Lava Girl.
Oh.
It's a great movie.
He should have him expelled. Objection! The murder portrayed in the security cape has been proven to be a fake. However, it does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. Let's just point at each other and touch tips.
So then... assuming this murder you purport really happened,
Touch tips.
when did it take place?
Earlier.
And demand you show evidence that proves when it occurred.
When did the first incident occur?
Well, listen,
It must be the 777, right?
The whatchamacallit. Well, yeah, because the ID card record shows the different people coming in.
Yeah.
77. Summarize, defense claims that prior to the Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall, who was posed as Detective Goodman, another incident took place in the evidence room. It's weird that this game is meant for kids, and that's why they keep repeating everything, but we're talking about serial murders.
Yeah.
That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this. Very well, then tell us. When did the first incident occur that Mr. Edgeworth said proof must be presented? Proof that shows when the murder took place. I give him a pudding. There's only one piece of that evidence that can show that.
It's gonna point to Edgeworth.
Poor guy. Now then, will the defense please present its evidence? What show when the first crime took place? If the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. In order to do so, the ID card would have been required. An ID card. Oh, the ID card record. 10 minutes would not be enough time to hide a body.
No, but 30 minutes might.
Officer Meekins brought the Blue Badger panel to the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:30. If the crime took place before that time, then it would be 4:40. Or 4:20.
Oh no.
Oh!
Yeah, there's a
Manta Ray.
Framingham.
Miles Edgeworth, what have you done? I never would have figured you had the nerve, boy.
You all turn on him so fast.
drop the act witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me.
God, please have a good argument.
Nope, I ain't get it. I'm afraid I don't understand either.
It's clear from the luminol test that blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. Oh, it was already cleaned.
Mm-hmm.
That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer.
Mm-hmm.
I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. I mean, fortunately. Fortunately, that's physically impossible. Fortunately for me.
Unfortunately, I'm good at that kind of stuff. That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room.
And
Let's look at the chart again. 77,
handprint.
77, 77. There's only one card here. No, it's 77. Talk about a lucky number. But wait, that doesn't make sense. How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with a real murderer.
Star? Angel? Whatever the fuck her name is?
I don't think Angel did it.
Hmm.
That'd be crazy. It could be
Mm.
the chief of police.
It could be the chief of police.
I think he's the chief of police.
That's
He's
the only
being really
plausible
fucking shady.
explanation. He went in with 77. Mr. Edgeworth, please look at this ASAP. Find out whose ID number is 777. That's
one too many, Your Honor.
Good God.
Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card. At least at present.
A what?
As the chief of police
Explain
is in
yourself, son.
Oh.
charge.
The ID number 777777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. We don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
Who does then?
But that's ridiculous. Just how?
I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright.
Hey, call me.
Please calm down. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority.
An official charge filed against the executive is accepted. An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutors operated. Prosecutor's officer.
I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I would appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself.
Slander? I don't even know what kind of lizard that is. Let me ask you a question.
You're the witness here.
Yes.
No, not you. To her. The defendant sitting over there. Your own little executive. Lana.
Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course, we've looked up her ID number, and it's not 777777.
Don't play me for a fool, partner. That's not what I want to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that inky dink. The SL9 incident. Answer this, me, Chishka. My thing, what's
Doing
wrong?
okay?
I'm stroking. Help! I need Dr. Pepper. I'm gonna get Wendy's after this.
Deep breath.
Answer me this, chief
Oh, gosh.
prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence?
Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor?
I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth.
2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, we...
Occasionally, we felt the powerlessness of the law. At least, I did.
Oh, what?
Lana! I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. But before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law.
Defendant, what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During the trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Can you look at me, investigator in that crime, an eye in the eye, and say what you just did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't. No.
I don't have to, Officer Marshall.
Why won't you answer him?
Because he stated otherwise, that I don't have to answer.
Drastic crimes require drastic measures.
Totally.
That's just the way it is. We did what we had to
Oh, side profile.
in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana! Even if it involved forging evidence.
You're so losing your job. You see, that's what I'm talking about. They killed my brother.
No!
Order, 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 order. Why does work cause such a stir? The chaos, yeah. Would have caught wait until the following
Could not be
day.
quelled.
It's automatically going. Wow.
Okay, but she was not the only lead on that case. So she couldn't have made the call by herself to forge anything. It had to be with Gant.
Mm.
Ooh, but she won't say that because she's stinky.
She
Matt,
probably
say
feels
something, buddy.
guilty about it. Firmly grasp it.